Gentleman from New York is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my colleague for the opportunity to speak. My colleagues across the aisle are spending a great deal of time arguing against a piece of legislation they claim has no purpose and is meaningless. It only denounces the policies of the Biden administration. Well, the policies of the Biden administration are due denouncing. There is little question that if this was a fire, the executive would send the fire department. If it was a hurricane, the executive would send FEMA. But because this is a crisis of this president's making, he has chosen not to offer any response, but to allow the crisis to continue. I remind my colleagues across the aisle that, yeah, sure, the immigration system is broken. I wasn't here to break it. And a couple of my colleagues have been here long enough to fix it several times over. But the law, as it relates to securing our border, is clear. We are the legislature. We adopted the law. The president, the executive, has the responsibility to execute the law, and instead he has surrendered the southern border to drug cartels who are not only trafficking deadly drugs, synthetic opioids and fentanyl, but trafficking human lives. Yeah, but my colleagues on the other side of the aisle are like some sort of delusional Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention to the crisis at the border. Pay no attention to the chaos in our cities. Pay no attention to the students taken out of schools so that cities like New York can shelter migrants that they welcome. Pay no attention to all of it. Look over there, Donald Trump. Don't look behind the curtain, because you'll find that this president, with a stroke of a pen, could reestablish the executive orders and take the emergency action necessary to secure our border, protect our citizens, and save lives. Instead, this president has allowed a crisis, and it is worth denouncing over and over and over again, because it has caused chaos, it has led to crime and the loss of lives, and it has fueled instability in our communities. And we know this as New Yorkers because we see it.
Gentleman, we know this recognized for an additional minute.
We know this as New Yorkers because despite the protestation otherwise, the state of New York has opened its arms. And then when thousands upon thousands of migrants find their way to the city of New York and then relocated to other parts like upstate New York, where I represent, the state starts to complain. Enough is enough. And the president needs to wake up and take this crisis seriously. It is not progressive, it is cruel, and he must take action. And yes, his current policies are worth denouncing. With that, I yield.